Good evening, everyone. This is John Altshuler calling in this evening for the first international call for Amega Global Worldwide. We're absolutely thrilled to have everyone on the phone this evening. I know that a lot of you are dialing in from the UK and from other international or European countries. We're excited to have you on this evening to share what we really believe is the kickoff call for the international market. And I'm delighted that we have a keynote speaker tonight that's going to share a vision and some incredible information that's absolutely life-changing. And we've had the opportunity to see some amazing things happen in the North American market. And this is what I would consider a mirror that you might be looking into in the markets that are just coming open to Amega Global. So we look back a little bit, back when our master distributor took this project on at the end of December in 2009. It was brand new in this country. And we watched that marketplace grow and expand at a rapid rate. In fact, the last week of December, the company did $42,000 worth of business here in the U.S., or in North America, I should say. And in January, that number jumped to $885,000. In February, that number went to $2.7 million, and the journey has continued from there. Well, here what we call that is a clue, folks. It's a clue that something dynamic and something exceptional is happening, and we're going to invite you this evening to listen to some of this information and see if you can see the similar type of activity is about to roll into these international markets. With that, Sam, what I'd like to do is turn this over to you as our master distributor here in North America with a lot of clarity and a lot of vision and a lot of experience into how this journey started for you will help us all really get clear on what's on the table here for us. So, Sam, I want to thank you for joining us on this call this evening.
Thank you, John, and a big welcome to everybody that's on our European call tonight. You're in for a treat, folks. When we launched things here in the United States and in Canada, we had no idea, I had no idea that it was going to take off the way that it did. That, our first month we do $885,000, in month 2, $2.7, and then here in June we're slated to hit $5 million. But what you have in Europe is the advantage of that knowledge. What you have in Europe is the advantage of seeing how powerful these products demonstrate in 3 to 5 minutes. Like I say, when I do the demos like the one I will do tonight in Irvine, California, what I tell guests there is that what they'll see tonight, they'll never forget the rest of their life. It's that powerful, and it happens before their eyes in 3 to 5 minutes. So what are we talking about here? If you're a guest on this line calling in from some European country, what we're talking about is Amega Global and the technology built around zero-point field energy, and how they've taken that technology and infused it into a host of different products. And these products basically allow us to really understand that we live in the most exciting of times. We live in a time where the human potential to activate its own divine healing ability is being invited to the surface, because that's what our products really do. And what I need to do at the very top of this call is just spend a moment on zero-point field so that there is at least, a touchstone of some understanding what it is that this zero-point thing is all about. And here's how I've attempted to, put some meaning to that. If you had access to a high-powered electron microscope, the kind that you would find at a medical research center, for example, and you were to look at anything, it would not matter what you put under that scope, whether it's a drop of seawater, a grain of sand, or your finger. If you go into inner space deep enough, you come to a place where everything looks exactly the same: electrons, protons, and neutrons. And for a long time, that was believed to be the whole story, that those were the building blocks of everything that we saw around us. That was until they discovered subspace particles. And then in 1913, Einstein discovered zero-point field. And at first, it was believed that zero-point field was a giant vacuum full of nothingness. Well, now, quantum physicists worldwide agree zero-point field exists, but it's not a vacuum at all. It's the complete reverse of that. It's actually the giant reservoir that holds all the energy from which everything manifests. So imagine that. What Amega Global has is the wherewithal, the technology, amized fusion technology to take zero-point field energy, that place that holds all the energy from which everything manifests, and have that be infused into products. That's why what we have is so revolutionary. In my hand, I'm holding one of our most demonstratable products. It looks like a stainless steel pen. We call it a wand. The end of the pen that would normally have a ballpoint showing is closed over. Inside of this wand are crystals and minerals that have been infused for 21 days in an amized fusion chamber such that zero-point field resonance is now in the crystals, and it shoots out the end of the wand, and it shoots about 30 feet. Now, you can't see it shoot out the end. It's not like a flashlight or a laser, but you can see the results and the knowledge that it's actually shooting out the end by some simple tests. And that's where our journey really began for me. It was last December 2009. I had the good fortune of having Arun Keemer, the CEO of Amega, and Calvin Starr in my home in Vancouver to demonstrate the products. And the first product they chose to demonstrate was this wand. And to do that, Calvin asked if I had a lemon, and thank goodness I did. He proceeded to cut that lemon into some thin lemon wedges, put one on one plate and a couple feet away, put it on another piece on the other plate, proceeds to wand the one lemon wedge, which means he's turning this wand in a clockwise motion about an inch above the lemon. And when he's done, he hands it to me to try, and I do. And to my palate, it tastes to me like a sweet lemon. I was surprised. And then he says, now try the other one. Now this is the other half of the same lemon wedge. And I try it, and it's so sour, I'm ready to spit it out. And I'm in a state of shock. Like, how did you do that? I saw that the wand never, ever touched the lemon. But without explanation, he says, do you have any wine? Pours a little bit of red wine in 2 glasses, proceeds to wand the one for about 45 seconds again, hands me it to try. I do, and it tastes like a fine wine, a $50, $60 bottle of wine. He says, now try the other one. This is the unwanded wine straight out of the bottle. I try it. It tastes just the way I remembered it, $9.50 bottle of Naked Grape. So here's 2 simple tests, 2 minutes. I'm shocked. I'm excited. I'm confused. I don't understand it, but I can't deny what I saw either. He says, now let's use your body and facilitate some more tests using your body. He proceeds to test for strength, flexibility, and balance. And every time one of the Amega products is applied to my body, I'm stronger, more flexible, more balanced. Well, that was enough to have me to commit to fly to Chicago and check this out way more. I needed to know the whole story now. So I flew to Chicago, and I wanted to be a guest in home meetings. I just simply wanted to observe what happened when somebody was invited to a meeting by a friend who had a situation going on in their body, usually evidenced by pain, and they volunteered to be wanded. What happened? And here's what I observed. I observed how the human body can affect change within minutes, even if that situation's been around for decades. I was blown away at how fast the human body can respond, provided the right information. The right information in this case was it being reminded that the cells came from zero-point field, from source, where there is no pain. There is no inflexibility. I was so impressed that I booked a flight to Singapore, 30 hours from Chicago.